Dear boomers, how does combining intuition or your gut reactions combined with logical thinking enhance your decision making abilities? Now, this is something I touched upon yesterday, but I wished to delve deeper into it because one without the other is kind of whitewashed. Basically, it doesn't have the dimension that combining intuition with logical thinking does. And it's a synergy which allows a more holistic approach. Holistic is my favorite word, where intuition provides a rapid, instinctual insight, and logic offers structured analytical thinking. This blend is not only enhancing the quality of your decisions, but it also aligns them more closely with your deeper values and goals. So, how do we make sure that our gut feelings and logical thinking work together harmoniously in our decision making processing? By combining our gut feelings with logical reasoning in decision making can create a powerful and balanced approach. Here's how you can ensure that your intuition and logical thinking work together harmoniously. First of all, you have to acknowledge both elements. Don't ignore the one in preference to the other. So you understand that both intuition and logic have their place. Intuition offers quick, often experience-based insights, while logic promotes a methodical framework for analysis. So we decide to look at both at the same time, or maybe simultaneously, or one after the other, or what have you. So we start with data collection. We start with gathering all the relevant information. Logical reasoning relies heavily on data and facts, which form the foundation for a well-structured analysis, but it also can cause analysis paralysis if you only rely on logic. You could gather all the facts and all the details, and the society recommends that you do this, but if you don't gather your heart into it, you might just be missing out. So you have an initial intuitive reaction or insight, so you pay attention to that, and as you're gathering information, you keep trying to figure out what your intuition is about these facts that you're gathering. And this can be an important indicator of your instinctual understanding of the situation. So there's a structural analysis that goes into this. You use your logical reasoning to analyze the information systematically. Then you break down the data into manageable parts, look for patterns, and consider potential outcomes. And as we integrate these things, you do a cross-check. You compare your intuitive insights with the logical analysis, and you see if there's any alignment or if there are any discrepancies that need to be addressed. And then you ask yourself why you feel a certain way and whether the data supports those feelings. Conversely, questioning whether the logical conclusion feels right intuitively is important. So what we want to do is seek balance in all things, but in this particular discussion, we want to give appropriate weight to both intuition and logic. If your gut feeling is strong but lacks logical support, dig deeper to understand why. If logic leads to a conclusion that feels wrong, reassess the data and your assumptions. Always look at your assumptions and everything. And also I want to add letting go of outcome and enjoy the process and have fun with it. Also, it's important to consult others. You want some feedback as to your thinking process. A mastermind or coaches or an accountability book group, these are all good ways to have people listen to what you've been doing. You discuss your decision with trusted colleagues, and as I said, mentors or mastermind people, and they might have validation for what it is that you are proposing, or they might challenge both your intuitive and logical conclusions, which is fine. We want to have open-hearted embrace of anybody who criticizes us. If that's, and it's probably not a criticism in this case, it's a constructive input to what it is that you're doing. And then you have some post-decision reflections, and then you adjust. After making a decision, reflect on the outcome and the process, and you actually might want to sleep on this. Literally, give it a day to have it gel. That's part of the creative process, after all. And consider how well your gut feelings and logical reasoning work together, and if they did or if they didn't, and adjust your approach as necessary for future decisions. So let's take an example. Imagine you're deciding whether to invest in a new business opportunity. Your gut feeling might tell you that the business has potential based on the charismatic leadership of its founder and the excitement around the product. And then you analyze the market trends, financial statements, and competitive landscape. Your analysis shows that the market is growing, that the company's financials are sound, and there's a competitive edge. So by combining these insights, you can make a well-rounded decision that not only feels right, but is also backed by solid evidence. This synergy between gut feelings and logical reasoning ensures that decisions are made with both instinctual confidence, and analytical rigor, leading to more effective and aligned outcome. Okay, here's another example. Let's say that during an interview, you feel that a candidate is a great fit for your team because they share your company's values, or at least they say that they do, and have positive energy, which is easy to feel from a person. So in your logical reasoning, you review the candidate's resume, their work experience, and the results of their skills assessment tests. The data shows that they have a strong track record and relevant expertise. So the integration, then you decide to hire this candidate as both your intuition about their cultural fit and the logical analysis of their skills and experience align. They come together. They are synergistically in alignment with what you are observing. So let's think about another example. You sense that a social media campaign would resonate well with your target audience because you notice increasing engagement on your existing social channels. So your logical reasoning, you analyze the market research data, the historical campaign performance, and the return on investment from different marketing channels. The data supports that social media campaigns have been successful in your industry. Then, with the integration piece, you launch a targeted social media campaign, confident that it will succeed based on both your intuitive understanding of your audience and the supporting data. Then let's talk about health. This is a very important part of combining your gut feelings with logic. You feel uneasy about a recommended medical procedure. And then you have a strong instinct that you should seek a second opinion. You research the procedure, its risks, benefits, and alternatives. You also review studies and statistics on outcome. Then you decide to get a second opinion, balancing your instinctual discomfort, and I keep tapping my heart, and with a thorough understanding of the facts and risks involved. Oh, and here's another one, investment choices. So you have a gut feeling that, or a hunch, that a particular tech startup will be successful because of its innovative product and passionate founder. Your logical reasoning, you analyze the startup's business plan, the startup's financial projections, and market potential. The logical analysis shows that the startup has a solid business model and growth potential. Then you choose to invest in the startup. You trust both your gut feeling and the logical data that supports its potential. Here's another example. You believe that adding a new feature to your software product will significantly enhance user experience based on your interaction with customers. The logical reasoning, so you conduct user surveys, analyze customer feedback, and evaluate the costs and benefits of developing your new feature. The data confirms that there is a strong demand for the feature and it will likely increase customer satisfaction. And as far as the integration part goes, you move forward with the development of the new feature, confident that it is the right decision based on both your intuitive understanding of customer needs and the supporting data. And then, okay, so you are offered a job. Here's another example. You feel excited and positive about a job offer in a new city because it aligns with your career goals and personal aspirations. Logical reasoning. So what you do is you research the cost of living in this new environment, the quality of life, and career growth opportunities in the new city. Your analysis shows that the move would be financially feasible and beneficial for your career. So then when the integration part is, you accept the job, assured that both your intuition and that your logical analysis will indicate it's the right move for your professional and personal growth. Now, I also was interested in wondering how a biofeedback loop between intuition and logic would be, how does that figure into analyzing problems? So you can combine a biofeedback loop between intuition and logical reasoning. Yes, it is a concept that can enhance decision making by creating a dynamic interplay between instinctual insights and structured analysis. This approach leverages biofeedback techniques to monitor physiological responses such as heart rate, skin conductance, and brain activity to better understand how intuition and logic processes are influencing decisions. So this is to me is the most interesting. So defining biofeedback is a technique that involves using electronic monitoring devices to measure and provide feedback on physiological responses. So the common metrics involved in measuring biofeedback responses is heart rate variability, which we discussed. We've been discussing this all along. Skin conductance and brain wave patterns, EEG, and muscle tension are commonly measured metric. So let's go with your initial assessment, your gut reaction. Measure physiological responses, heart rate, skin conductance, when you first consider a decision. High arousal might indicate strong intuitive reactions. And then your preliminary logic, conduct a quick logical assessment to gather initial thoughts and data points. Then there's a feedback loop. Use biofeedback devices to continuously monitor your physiological responses as you delve deeper into both intuition and logical aspects of the decision. Then you adjust and you reflect, and you have to notice if certain data or logical arguments trigger physiological changes. Reflect on why these changes occur and whether they align with your gut feelings or logical conclusions. Use physiological data to better understand and refine your gut feelings. For example, if your heart rate increases when considering a particular option, explore why this might be so. Adjust your logical analysis based on biofeedback insights. If certain logical arguments cause stress or discomfort, reconsider the assumptions or data involved. This is a holistic view. You integrate insights from both intuitive feelings and logical reasoning. Use biofeedback data to identify and resolve the conflicts between them. And then you make a decision that feels right intuitively and is backed by the logical reasoning, validated by a calm and balanced physiological state. So that's basically a very interesting thing. You first of all analyze your gut reactions, then you do an analysis of the situation as you go forward, as we discussed just now. So you combine your gut and your logic, and you come upon a decision that you can feel confident about. And impulsive decision making based on one or the other, based on either gut or logic, is not a good approach to making a decision. We need time to make decisions often, and sometimes we make snap decisions and may regret it. And we may ignore the red flags that come up in our mind to tell us not to do this. Please subscribe to my channel, and there might be a video that pops up, and take a look. Bye-bye.